All right, let's head over to the kitchen now and say hello to ABC7 Culinary Director Judi Gallagher. Hi, Judi, how are you?
Hi there, Scott. I'm doing great because I love the cooler weather and it inspires me so much to cook. So today I picked up some baby back ribs and I love when they're on sale. Buy one, get one. These are really meaty babies, so they're going to make the perfect dish. Now it's fine if you want to take out your crock pot and you just want to add a sauce that you bought. I happen to have a brand I like, One Pot. It's by Hacks, and you can get Korean barbecue, several different ones. They are pretty high in sodium, so be careful of that. But today, what I'm going to show you is how to roast them in the oven. You can certainly mark them on the grill. That's what I did last night for regular barbecued ribs. Mark them for 10 minutes on the grill, and then it's basically going to cook at 300 degrees in your oven as kind of like a slow roast. So we're going to combine some delicious ingredients. I have star anise, a Chinese 5-spice. We'll finish it off with a hoisin glaze. Serve it on rice, but you can also make cauliflower rice, which is delicious, and that cuts down on the carbs. So stay with me throughout the hour. We're going to season up the ribs, get ready for the glaze, and bring it together for a warming meal on a chilly night. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the long racks of baby back ribs and I cut them in either halves or thirds. And we're going to line a cookie sheet with some aluminum foil, and that's going to work better than parchment paper. And these two are stuck just there at the tip, so I'm going to pull that apart. There we go. You don't want to cook ribs in anything that has a high side because that tends to start to almost stew them. Okay, so you can see on this side I've already seasoned them. I'm going to cook them with the bone side up first. Mark it on a grill if you want. Basically, it's going to go into the oven at first, just like this. About 300 degrees, slow and low, but what I want to talk to you about now is the actual seasoning. Salt and pepper, a little brown sugar. We have a combination of dry seaweed and sesame seeds to add to that. Really nice flavor is Chinese 5-spice. If you are using the crock pot, remember I told you it's easy to pick up one of Han's packages of aged seasonings. I still throw in a couple of star anise. That's going to give it a lot of really good flavor. So the ribs are going to stay in the oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to turn them over, check the seasoning. If it's some seasoning's fallen off, going to re-season with some Vicks garlic blend, and then I'm going to baste them at the very end. I've already cooked up rice, so what I have here now is some sweeter cabbage, and I'm just going to put that in the saute pan with a couple dashes of toasted sesame oil. You want to make sure you use pure sesame oil, and it will give you that real richness that we're all kind of craving. And I'm going to add a little minced ginger because we're going to add ginger and hoisin sauce in a little while to the ribs. And here's some garlic. Now, my mom used to make Chinese-style ribs, and she would marinate them overnight with the garlic and a little bit of soy sauce and ketchup and honey. And that's a great recipe too. I think I did it years ago. This is just a little brighter take on all that, and I think just finishing it with the hoisin at the very end is going to be really good. So let's go ahead and add some more sesame seeds and dry seaweed to this. And when we come back, we'll glaze up the ribs, and it's going to be so good. Well, okay, so we've had the first portion of the ribs that we seasoned and we put into the oven. We're giving them 20 to 30 minutes, turn them back over, same procedure in the oven. Then we're going to pull them out. And I have a combination of some brown sugar, some soy sauce, some rice wine vinegar, and we're going to just drizzle that right on it like that. And then we're going to take just some jarred hoisin sauce, like a plum sauce, and we're going to rub it on the ribs, just like that. That's going to go back in the oven just for about 10 minutes to really get the sugars from hoisin sauce to really come together. And I always serve some separately on the side if people want to have more. Let's get over to the cabbage. So we've sauteed the cabbage. We have it slightly browned. I added in just a little bit of grated ginger and a little bit of garlic to give it extra flavor. And then we can just bring it right over here. I've cooked up some white rice, or like I said, cauliflower rice is so easy. You just puree it in your food processor. Nowadays, you can buy it in the frozen section, and it's already completely ready to go. And you can just toss that up with a teeny bit of soy sauce, sesame oil, little rice wine or mirin, and that'll be perfect. Then we're going to take our Savoy cabbage, and I put a little cilantro in that as well, and it has that ginger flavor, and we'll just put that on the side there. Now what's great about the leftovers is what I do is I take each individual section of rib and I wrap them very tightly in plastic wrap and then in foil, and they'll last about 2 more days in your refrigerator. I don't recommend microwaving them because that cooks from the inside out, but what I do recommend is for this, you can just add them to the oven to reheat them briefly. If you're taking the ribs right out of the crock pot, you're gonna have a lot of sauce left in the crock pot. What you can do is simply what I did last week. You can bring this to a boil, add a slurry of either cold chicken stock or cold water and cornstarch, and whip that into the sauce, and that will give it this shiny gleam and will thicken the sauce. But personally, I love the hoisin sauce, and I hope Wendy does too when she comes over for a taste. We'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll remind you about our gift card giveaway online, and we'll have a taste for Wendy.
Well, the best part, of course, is always being able to eat something that Judi makes.
There you
so
go.
I am so excited about this. Judi.
Enjoy. So Asian-style ribs, slow and low in the oven. You get all those flavors, right? You're getting Korean spices and Chinese spices. Super easy whether you're using the crock pot. I like the oven. It just gives a crisperness.
That's true.
Don't forget to go to the dining page for this recipe, www.mysuncoast.com. It's Wednesday. They'll be pulling another winner for a $50 gift card to one of our local restaurants.
Very
Wendy,
nice.
you enjoy that? Scott,
This is
we'll go
good.
back to you.